Hey, Maximizers! Welcome to my live. Go. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Krista Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales so they do not have to hire influencers or run paid ads. I started off creating content on social media in 2018 with my very first YouTube channel. And I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan. I've couponed since I was 18 years old, and it is something that is a huge part of my life. I still coupon to this day. I started my YouTube channel teaching women how to coupon and how to budget. And then fast forward to the pandemic in 2020, my clients were like, hey, Crystal, teach us how to start YouTube channels, teach us how to start side hustles, teach us how to start businesses, because with this pandemic, we don't know how we are going to continue to work and make more money. So I accidentally became a business coach in 2020. It wasn't my goal. It wasn't my desire. It wasn't my focus. I literally became a business coach out of a need that my clients expressed to me. So I started teaching them how to start YouTube channels and how to start businesses and how to start side hustles. And I fell in love with it. And then my business coach at the time was like, hey, Crystal, come coach my people because you're my star student. And I was like, me, business coach your people? Okay. So for 3 years, I did both from 2020 to 2023. Forward facing, I was your couponing girl. I was teaching you all the ways to save money, budget, meal plan, all the things. Behind the scenes, I was running group and one-on-one programs, helping women take the idea from their brain and turn it into a business that they love. And in 2023, I decided I didn't want to do both anymore. I decided I wanted to narrow down my focus, and nothing bad happens when women make more money. So I decided that I was going to be a business coach. What I found was I was being a anything and everything business coach. And some people will disagree with me, but the riches are in the niches. The more specialized you are, the more money you can actually make. I felt like I was all over the place as a business coach, and I didn't have a focus. So I sat down and I said, okay, what is something that I've done really well in my business? What is something that I've helped my clients with in their business? And the answer to that question was content. I am going to be sharing tonight how I became a content machine and how I've been able to make over $400,000. So I'm in the 400,000. How I've been able to make $400,000 on social media from being a content machine. And it's not post 5 or 10 times a day content machine. I'm not here to give y'all these tips. You got to post 5 times a day. You are not going to hear that from me. I'm not telling anybody to post 5 times a day because I've never posted 5 times a day. I don't think. Maybe responding to comments, I potentially posted 5 times in a day, but that is not something that I can consistently maintain, nor is it something that I want to consistently maintain. But I decided that I was a content machine because I have created over 2,000 YouTube videos since 2018. I've gone live over 1,000 times since 2019. And from that content, I've been able to make over $400,000 on social media from a multitude of different ways. And I said, you know what? I'm a content coach. I've helped my clients, probably 80% of the people who worked with me, I've helped them with their content and I've helped them with them sales. Hi, Nevaeh. I've helped them with content and I've helped them with their sales. Thank you for the likes. So with that being said, I changed my focus in 2024. And when I said I became a content coach, after I became clear on who I was helping, what I was helping them with, and how I was helping them, I signed clients every single month after that. And I was like, okay, I'm a content coach. It's what I do really well. And it feels really aligned. And I've learned that if I hadn't become a coupon coach first, something that I've known for a long time, I would not be able to be a content coach. So that's who I am here today. Someone who has been creating content. Next week will be 7 years. Next week is my 7-year Krista Maximizer anniversary. And I'm blown away. 7 years since I started this thing, and 6 years since I've been full time in this thing. So tonight we're going to be talking about how I became a content machine and how I was able to make over $400,000 on social media. So before I get started with those points, if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I would like to know in the comments who's here. So let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? What city, what state, what country are you watching from? And I want to know, what is your business? So let me know in the comments where you're watching from. And number 2, what's your business? What do you sell? Who do you help? What problem do you help solve? What's your business? Let me know down in the comments, okay? So where am I watching from? Where am I recording from? I am in the Central Florida area, in the Lake County area. Thank you, Muna. I'm in Lake County. And I am north of Orlando. I'm no longer in like the Orlando area. I am north of Orlando. And I am a content coach. And as I said at the beginning of this, I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales for them. So I help my clients one-on-one and in a group make more sales in their business through their content. So tonight I'm going to be sharing a little tidbit about how I became a content machine. And as I stated, I'm not the content person that posts 5-10 times a day. That's not me. Why I say I was a content machine is I posted every day for about a year and a half when I first started. Since then, my consistency is more of like 3 to 4 times per week showing up in my content. Okay. So I really want to share with y'all how I became a content machine and how it has made me lots of money on the internet. So let me know in the comments where you are watching from. And I want to know what your business is. What do you sell? And now I'm going to get into, I have like 7, 8 tips I'm going to share with y'all. Because the story is important to the journey. I'm going to give you free game tip number 1 of a million I'm going to give y'all tonight. Your story matters. People connect with people. In order for somebody to buy something from you, they need to know you, like you, and trust you. When you tell them your story, they feel like they know you. When you tell them your story, they begin to like you, or they don't like you and they get off your page. And when you continue to tell your story, in aspects of your story, they begin to trust you. The sale is in the service. The sale is in the story. Okay. So the first thing I did to become a content machine is I created content on a topic I was knowledgeable about. When I started creating content, I knew that I wanted a business, but I didn't know how I was going to make money from my business. So I did something. How old is, I have Kinsley. Kinsley is 11. I didn't know how I was going to make sales in my business. I didn't know how I was going to make money. When I started, all I knew was YouTube paid people, and I was going to create videos to get paid. So when I started, I didn't start thinking about what I was going to sell. I started thinking, how can I help people learn how to coupon? So one thing that I would suggest is when you are starting a business, or if you are creating content, or if you're doing both, make sure you are creating content around something that you are knowledgeable about. When I started my YouTube channel, I had 10 years of couponing experience going into year number 11. And I had couponed at a multitude of different stores at a multitude of different states. So if you are someone who has a business, or you're thinking about starting a business, or you're thinking about starting content, you want to make sure that you are creating content in an area that you are comfortable with. Okay. You want to make sure that you are creating content that you are excited about, content that you like. Don't do anything that you don't like. Life is short and we don't have time to do things that we don't like. Now, I know a lot of us go to a 9 to 5, not me. Go to a 9 to 5 that you don't like to feed your family. That's cool. But if you're going to start a business on your own, if you're going to create content in your free time, it needs to be something that you like to do. It needs to be something that you enjoy, and it needs to be something that you are good at. How can you add value to someone else's life? That's what you should be thinking about when you are starting a business and creating content. So all I was thinking was, how can I teach people how to coupon? How can I teach people how to save money? How can I teach people how to save without feeling like they have to go to every single store and buy everything? Can I call you after the live? Yes, you can call me. You're so funny. How can I help people save money? That's what I was thinking. Okay. So when you are starting your business, you have to think about serving your audience. What value are you bringing to them? What problem are you solving? And how are you helping them get more of what they want? Okay. The second thing I did to become a content machine is I made a plan. I didn't know jack shit about YouTube. I didn't know anything about a thumbnail or anything. So when I started creating content, I started on YouTube. I am a YouTube girly. I absolutely love TikTok. It's my second platform. But my number one platform, if all else fails and I got to pick one platform, you will find me over on YouTube. Okay. I made a plan for my YouTube. When I started my YouTube channel, I had a 9 to 5, a very energy requiring, time sucking 9 to 5. I was a sales recruiter. So I worked 50, 60 hours a week sometimes. I didn't have a lot of time. I made time for my business. I made a plan. I had a paper and pen calendar, and I made time because I just moved. So I had my old calendars here. I had my old planners here. Oh my gosh, this one's right on top, but I can't find the other one, the one that has all the juicy details. But this is a planner I had at the beginning of 2019. And I want y'all to see, I was planning out my days. This is from 2019. I made time for my business. Do you see this? This is work on my business. This is my meal plan. Literally, on January 12th, it says finish content planning, cook dinner, household chores, filled coupon beginner series episode 7, plan and pre-plan February content, okay? Prep my tending list, which was one of my planning things that I had to do. I made a plan. Your plan can't be in your head. If you want to make sales in your business, if you want to be consistent with your content, the plan can't be in your brain. You have to deal with so much just to be a human. Don't be a spouse. Don't be a mother. Don't be a sister. If you're all of those things, you got a lot of ish going on in your head. Get a freaking planner, okay? So if you want to create content, you need a planner. I don't care if you do a paper planner. I don't care if you just get a notebook. I don't care if you use your Google Calendar, a Google Doc, a Word document, your little iPad, Good Notes. You need a plan. You cannot wake up every day and be like, I want to post today. What am I going to post? That is not going to keep you consistent. That is not going to give you the results that you desire. If this makes sense, type yes in the comments. If this makes sense on TikTok and Instagram, please go ahead and tap the screen. Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if y'all are catching what I'm putting down. You're picking up what I'm putting down. You have to have a plan. So I sat down every single month, and look at this. This is from 2019. Do y'all see this? No BS. I opened up to January. This was my monthly overview. I sat down and I brain dumped in a notebook like this. I would write down my goals for the month, and then I would go to my calendar and I wrote down what I had to work on each day, right? You see, I have a lot of stuff right here, but this was like everything that I was doing for the week, okay? Like, I literally went in here and I made my little list and I knew what I had to do, okay? There's sticky notes still in here, meal plan stuff in here. I switched to a different planner. I made a work planner. So I had switched to a different planner for a while. Then I jumped back into this planner when I got fired, okay? This is the month that I got fired. This is the month that I got fired. And you can see how busy my life was the month that I got fired, okay? And then I want to say I switched to my other planner. I used this for this month, and then I switched to a new planner for work, okay? But you had to have a plan. You can't expect to post once a day, let alone the people that are posting 5 times a day. You have to have a plan. Pauline says, yes, I'm happy. I'm happy you're getting it, girl. You have to have a plan. This cannot be something that you just wake up and decide to do. The next thing that I did is I planned out my videos. So not only did I plan out what I was doing with my content, what I was doing with my business, I planned out what my videos were going to be. You saw in here in January, I was planning out Coupon Beginner Series episode 7, okay? So I would sit down and I would decide what videos. Back then, I was planning week by week. So I would decide what videos do I want to post for the week. And at this point, I was just about to start posting like almost every day. I was posting 5 to 6 YouTube videos, long form, 20, 30 minutes every day. I was a psycho back then. Have no idea how I did it. Okay. I would sit down and I'd be like, what videos am I posting? We're doing CVS, we're doing Walgreens, I was doing Target, I was doing a grocery haul, and then I was doing like a coupon beginner series, and I was doing like a makeup video. See, that's 6 videos right there. Okay. So I would sit down and I would decide, what videos am I doing this week? And then I would figure out what I was saying in those videos. So if I was doing a coupon beginner video, what am I saying? CVS, Walgreens, and Target, what are my breakdowns? So I would make the breakdown. These are the deals that I'm doing when I go to CVS, when I go to Walgreens, when I go to Target. What things are important to know? What types of coupons I'm using? What types of rewards I'm rolling? What things do the people need to know about the deals that I'm doing? I would write down all of my talking points. So that way I knew what I was saying on camera. The next thing I did to become a content machine, I batched my content. So I would pick one day and record my sit down videos, the makeup video, the coupon beginner series video, how to coupon at Walgreens video. I would record those in one day. And then I would go to CVS, Walgreens, Target, and the grocery store sometimes on Sunday. I would go to 4 stores and record myself on Sunday. Then I would drip those videos out. I would post CVS on Sunday, Walgreens on Monday, Target Tuesday on Tuesday, and then maybe my grocery haul on Wednesday. Something else on Monday. I would have 2 on Monday because I would do the makeup Monday. And then I would also do the coupon beginner series and the top deals videos. That's like 6 or 7 videos I was doing every week. But I knew that on Saturday night, I planned my videos for the week. So on Sunday, I would record all the in-store videos. On Monday, I would sit down and record my sit-down videos. And then I would edit them and schedule them out for the week. You gotta have a plan. You gotta batch your content. If you are a business owner and you're using your content to make sales, you do not have the luxury of waking up every day and trying to rack your brain and figure out what content you're going to be recording. You have to have a plan. A plan helped me make the content. A plan helped me be consistent. Okay? You can't just wake up and fly by the seat of your pants if you want to be serious in this. Consistency is going to build you. You cannot be out here chasing virality. Virality is not sustainable long term. It's just not, okay? So I batched out my content. Then the next thing I did, I scheduled my YouTube videos. I had a 9 to 5. So I was working at night. I was working on my lunch break, okay? And I was working on the weekends. So when I recorded those YouTube videos on Sunday, I would edit 3, 4 of them on Sunday and schedule them out. These 2 are going out on Sunday. This one's going out on Monday. This one's going out on Tuesday. And then maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd edit the rest of them. And then by Friday, all my videos are edited and posted. And now I'm preparing and planning for next week. So Friday, Saturday, what videos am I doing next week? And then the process started all over again. When I scheduled my videos, I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to get on YouTube and upload videos every day. No. I scheduled them and I didn't have to worry about it. My content was going out consistently because I made a plan and I scheduled out the videos. The next thing I did to become a content machine is what I'm doing right now. This by far is my favorite way to create content. And after being away for a while, I didn't go live for a month. After consistently going live every week for like the past 4 months, I didn't go live for about a month. Actually, technically 2 months because I was on the road for my second side hustle. And now I'm just getting to the point where I know March and April live is going to be non-existent because I'm going to be on the road hardcore. But I didn't go live for a month between June and July because I was also working on the road and I had a really big national show that I was preparing and planning for. And then I had to move, okay? So all this stuff was stacking up and I couldn't go live. But going live is my favorite type of content. I wish I didn't have to post a pre-recorded video. I would literally just go live every single day. Every single day. I love going live because number one, it allows me to engage with my audience in real time. If you have a question for me, you can ask me right now and I'll answer it. You don't have to comment. You don't have to DM me. You don't have to email me. You don't have to wait for a response. You type a question, I'm going to answer it. It allows my audience to see the most authentic version of me. I don't have no makeup on. My hair is not done. I am here spitting free game to you, and I don't care what I look like. I don't care about editing. I don't care about any of that. Versus a full production YouTube video, hair, makeup. I got to look good. I got to cut out things. I can't cuss. I can't say everything because you got to be nice to the algorithm, right? On live, screw all of that. I can literally show up. And if you are one of my friends or my family and you are sitting with me, this is how I am. When I get excited about something, this is how I talk. Some people think that it's yelling and it's a lot, and it can be. But this is like the passion behind me. So it allows me to be the most authentic version of myself. And more importantly, it allows me to engage and interact with my audience, which I love. Because me posting a video and then coming to the comments, that's engagement. But it's not the same as someone being on here and me talking and then asking me something, or them commenting something, or them asking me a question and I'm answering it and we go off on a little tangent. That helps my audience to see, like, okay, if I have a question, I'm going to ask, because if she answered her, she'll answer me. So that also builds on that know, like, and trust factor that I was talking to y'all about earlier. Because as a business owner, you need your audience to know you, like you, and trust you. And that's when they're going to buy from you. Okay. The next way I became a content machine and made money online. Well, this is the first way I made money online. My YouTube channel was monetized. So people talk a lot about making money from platforms. So when we talk about YouTube monetization, that means that YouTube itself paid me for videos. And you don't get paid for the videos that you post. You don't get paid for your subscribers. You don't get paid for likes. You don't get paid for comments. You get paid when someone watches the ads on your video. So I was qualified to be monetized after 5 months, which is very quick. Compared to my business YouTube channel, it's been 2 years. I'm not monetized yet, but I'm nowhere near as consistent on the business YouTube channel as I was on the couponing YouTube channel in that first year. I mean, the amount of videos I posted in 2 years on my business channel, I posted that amount of videos in like the first 6 months, not even, probably even sooner than that, because I was posting like 30 videos a month for like 6 months, which is absolutely insane to even think about. Okay. So what's your question?
Do you know anything else that can be used as nail polish?
You didn't find any in there?
I looked in your bathroom too.
You looked in the whole stockpile bin? No. Are your nails really chipped?
Not really, but there's a few there.
You can't just paint over it?
I think that would be better for like recess, but it's fine. I'll just paint over it.
Paint over it for today, and then I'll get some sanitizer, Jesus, some remover tomorrow. I forget where I was, but we're talking about how I became a content machine and how I make money online. So the first way I ever made money online was getting paid from YouTube. I started my YouTube channel in August 2018. I got my first YouTube check January of 2019. I wonder if I put it in here. I got my first YouTube check January of 2019, and it was $342. And that was the day that I realized, oh, these people messed up if they think that they're going to pay me online. I mean, they can pay me from posting videos of things that I already was going to do. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to quit this job. I am quitting this job. Okay? Like, I'm out of here. So I made money on YouTube after just 5 months, $342. I went on to make lots of money after that. Okay. So we talked about content. Now we're going to talk about how I made the money online. Okay. And this is from 2019 is when I actually started making money. Okay. The next thing is that I started getting affiliate deals. So YouTube was paying me, and then brands would reach out. And basically, an affiliate deal is if you sell this water that another company made, they will give you some sort of commission. So I started off with Teamy Blends. I did tea sips tea, something like that. I had a bunch of rebate apps. Every time I referred somebody, I would get $5 or $10. So I started making money from affiliates. Why is my content important to that? Because you need an audience to sell to. You cannot sell to an empty room. You cannot be an influencer if you have no one to influence. You can't do like to know it, Amazon front, TikTok shop if you don't have an audience. Now, TikTok's a little bit different because they push your TikTok videos to the FYP, but on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, you need to have an audience of people before you can sell your products and services to them. And I really want to speak to business owners who are selling their own products and services, right? You need absolutely to have an audience to sell to. So, because I had an audience of around 5,000 subscribers, that's when I started my $5 membership. And that's when I started getting affiliate deals. And I was making $100+ a month from affiliates. And that was just me recommending or sharing a product or a service that I was already using. And now that company was giving me a few dollars for it. Okay. But my membership, I started a $5 a month membership, and that went on to make me over $100,000 from that one program, which is absolutely insane. Now it grew, and I sold that program anywhere from 15, excuse me, $15 a month all the way up to $99 a month. I was able to sell that program for, and I made over $100,000 from one program alone. But it started off as a $5 membership. That's the biggest chunk of where I made my money, not specifically the membership, but my coaching. Over half of the 400K that I've made online has come from me selling my own services. And the reason why I've been successful selling my own services is why? Because I've built a strong audience of people who know me, like me, and trust me, and need their problem solved by the solution that I have. Okay. So the other way that I was able to make money on social media is by brand deals. So brands would see me using their products. Brands would see me and they would want me to talk about their products and they would pay me. I'll never forget. I charged Shopkick $4,500 for one YouTube video, and they paid it happily. I had another brand pay me, that brand holistically paid me over like $35,000 for a handful of videos to be their brand ambassador. That was one brand. And then I've done a lot of $500,000, $2,000. I made like $2,500 from one little video about Marley drugs, which is really a really good place for someone who has a lot of prescriptions. Great, great, great. But I charged them like $2,500 for one video because why? I had an engaged audience of people who knew me, like me, and trust me. And if the product that I was presenting was good enough, the brand is going to make a whole lot more than what they paid me. Okay. So I've made a lot of money in brand deals. Okay. So that's how I've been able to make the money. But I'm saying all this to say, if I didn't have the audience, if I wasn't consistent with posting, I would not have got any of those opportunities. Does this make sense? Yes or no? I've never reached out to a brand for a brand deal. They've always come to me. I saw your video. We found you on YouTube and we want to work with you. When you are consistent and you show up, you will get the results you desire. I didn't start my YouTube channel thinking I want to be an influencer. I want to teach people how to coupon because they keep asking me. That's how that started. And then it's evolved till it's evolved into what it is today after I've made my pivots. Okay. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. Yes, in the comments if this makes sense. Tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram if this makes sense. Okay. Another thing that I did that really helped me stay a content machine and continue to make money online is I hired a business coach to help me with the business stuff I didn't know. I learned YouTube trial by fire. I didn't sign up for a YouTube class until I was into business, and I wasn't even signing up for a YouTube class to learn how to use YouTube. I was learning how to create specific workflows in my YouTube videos to get me sales, if that makes sense. So I signed up for a course program like that, but I didn't sign up in the beginning, and I didn't sign up for that until maybe like 2022, 2023. I didn't have anyone to help me create content. My VA used to create some posts and things for me, but as far as coming up with my content, my ideas, and my content strategy, that was all me. The business part was what I was shaky on. I didn't know how to run an online business. I couldn't really figure out like how to make more sales of my membership. Like I was stuck in the point of like making sales. I didn't know anything about an email list, right? Following up with people, launch planning, sales planning. I could plan my videos, but I wasn't good at planning the business thing. So I hired a business coach to help me with the business side so that I could focus more on my content and make more sales, so that I could focus more on my audience and make more sales. So I could focus more on the clients that I did have and serve them well and help them get the results that they desire. So if you have been running on a hamster wheel and it's not working for you, you need to come to my free masterclass. If you're on TikTok, you can see it right here behind me. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can see it right here down below. I'm hosting a free sales masterclass on how to make sales on social media without saying bye. I'm going to teach you how I was able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars on social media selling my services, my one-on-one and my group coaching. And I was never sitting up here saying, buy my membership, buy my coaching, buy my masterclass. I was never saying that. And I'm going to teach you how to position your product as a solution to a problem on social media so that you are making sales. The masterclass is free. It's happening on August 24th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can save your seat at kristenmaximizer.com/masterclass. Okay. So go save your seat, totally free. There is a paid VIP option if you want to get a content audit from me, meaning you want me to review your content, give you feedback, give you suggestions. You get a one-on-one mini class with me. You also get a pre-recorded video with all of your suggestions and feedback from your content audit. And the upgrade's only $97. So if you want a little extra, you can get that. But if you just want to come to the masterclass, go save your seat. I do have a goal today. I would love, love, love to get 7 more signups, okay? Because the masterclass is about 2 weeks away, and I have a goal of how many people I want in the masterclass. But I know that in order to get that goal, I got to chip away a little bit each day. So 7 people today would really tickle my fancy and really help me make progress to that goal. So if you are a business owner, meaning you have a product or a service that you want to sell on social media, you need to be in this masterclass. You will get replay access. I think the replay is going to be available for 7 days. After that, it's going to be gone. But the replay will be available for 7 days, just on the off chance that you can't join us live. Okay. So I would love to open the floor for questions. Does anyone have any questions about creating content for their business, growing their business? Any questions at all? If you don't have any questions, can you let me know in the comments, was this helpful for you? If you don't have any questions, was this helpful for you? Yes or no? Yes, it was helpful. No, Crystal, you're crazy. um, or let me know if you have any questions. One question I get all the time is, what platform should I be on? Like, what platform is going to work for my business? The answer I love to give to that is that's 100% on you. You want to find the intersection between the platform that you like to be on, the platform that you want to create content on, and where your ideal clients are. So, whatever that intersection is, you want to pick that platform. Also, people are like, do I need to be on every platform? I also think that you do not need to be on every single platform. If you are new to business, if you are new to content, less is more in the beginning. All the greats started in one area and then they diversified. You can't come out the gate trying to be on all 5 platforms. When I started, YouTube was my platform. I would copy what I posted and say, hey, I just posted a brand new video on YouTube. And on Facebook, I would drop the link. On Instagram, I would say, go to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, and watch the video. Simple. I was not creating content for Facebook and Instagram when I was creating content for YouTube. Today, I create content for YouTube. So I create shorts for YouTube. And then I told myself, I said, you know what? If I'm going to start doing this day in the life content, I'm just going to take that same day in the life, post it on TikTok, post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram, because I've built these audiences over the past 6-7 years. In the beginning, I was only focused on subscribers to my YouTube channel and building my YouTube channel. But now I've evolved. I've grown. I've been doing this for a lot of years. My name is out there. People know who I am. Even though I still have a lot a lot more people to me, but it's not like I'm just starting off from scratch again. So I can be on all the platforms. I'm live right now on all the platforms. When I started, I didn't go live on every platform. I don't think I started going live multi-platforms until maybe like 2021, 2022. Probably around my first coupon boot camp, and that happened in my old house. So 2021 is when I started doing multiple platforms. So for those first 3 years of me going live, I was only live on YouTube. And then I think I figured out from StreamYard that I could also go live on my Facebook page. So I think I was doing YouTube and Facebook, and that was it. Like there wasn't no Instagram, there wasn't no TikTok. And then I think I added on Instagram. And then when TikTok paid me to make videos on TikTok, then I used both of my phones. And since then, I only go live on all the platforms. But again, it doesn't cost me anything extra to look at 3 different cameras. Doesn't cost me anything extra at all. And I'm engaging with my audience and I'm getting the same message out. So the platform is the best platform to be on is the platform that you want to be on and the platform where your ideal clients are. Whatever that intersection is, that's where you want to be. You make the platform doesn't make you. There's people making millions of dollars on every single social media platform, LinkedIn, Threads, and Snapchat included. So you can make money on every single platform. You can make sales for your business on every single platform. You just need a plan and you just need to be consistent. So I'd love to have you in the free masterclass. You can go sign up at KristenMaximizer.com/masterclass. Are there any other questions? Again, if you don't have any questions, please let me know if this was helpful. I do want to thank y'all so much for joining me. I'm about to get my butt in the shower and go to bed because your girl is tired. And Kinsley's first day of school is tomorrow. And our first day of school is tomorrow, and we got to get up at the butt crack of dawn because it's going to be a lot of traffic. And I'm not trying to get caught in it. Okay? So I think I'm going to take a little bit of a chill break. And then I'm going to go get my butt in the shower and get in bed. So I want to thank y'all so much for joining me live. I will be live again tomorrow. And I'll be live for most likely the rest of this week. Because we gotta get y'all in this masterclass. The masterclass is going to be epic. I've been working on it and tidying it up. I have a few slides and I have no slides. So I'm just getting all of the ducks in a row. And then later this week, I'm going to let y'all know the doors to a brand new program I've never run before, the Content Bootcamp. The doors will open to that on August 24th. And that is going to be pretty epic. So this weekend, I'm going to share, should be this weekend. This weekend, I'm going to share the details about the Content Bootcamp, and you are not going to want to miss that if you are a business owner that wants to make more sales, okay? If you are a business owner that wants to build their audience and be consistent with your content, you don't want to miss that. So make sure you sign up for the masterclass, okay? Make sure you sign up for the masterclass. If you have any questions after this live, please feel free to send me a DM on TikTok or Instagram at Kristen Maximizer. So I want to thank y'all so much for joining me, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.